Smells like a new kit. Stay tuned. Hey everybody. Alright, so in the last video, you heard me talk about Just Married, my VS4-10 Phoenix. It got some parts came off, mainly because my plan was to do something different. You could say almost turn it into a Fordyce, but it's a Phoenix. A Fordix? I don't know. Anywho, she's a little dusty. Anyway, what I went was I got this. Now, some people might be like, why didn't you just buy a transmission and axles? Axles probably come with the machine gears, I don't know. But in my head, it made more sense to buy this. This is Canadian, under $500. Has the transmission, axles, shocks, drive shafts, links, the whole chassis. What I will mention right off the bat, in case anyone's looking at getting one of these, this is the Vanquish VS4-10 Builder's Kit. This is not the F10 Portal Builder's Kit. This is just, how can I really put this? This is basically your RTR spec, but as a builder's kit. So there's no, like, not really any better, there's nothing, like, upgraded or anything. This has the sintered gears in the axles, sintered gears in the transmission. This is a trail truck. I'm not worried about, you know, blowing gears or anything, and if it happens, I will upgrade them. But for now, this is exactly what I want to have under it. So what you get, first off, is your F10 straight axle. I've had some extra parts kicking around, so I actually have a stronger steering link. I have a better drag link, we'll call it. The link that goes to the servo. Just to help that, just to keep everything strong. The links that come with this are the more narrow links that come on the Fordyce. Which I believe either are or aren't on my Fordyce anymore. I don't know. But my Phoenix here has the machine. It has the better stainless links on it already, because this was the first release of the F10 Portal Phoenix. So it has all the strong links on it. I believe the fronts. Yeah. The fronts, I believe, are actually titanium links. The rear are not. They are just as normal stainless links. I'm not changing the chassis, though. So the chassis that's under here, the original Phoenix chassis, is staying. Just because this is the chassis that drove the rings down the aisle, we'll call it, at my wedding. So I don't want to change too much. I still have a chassis in here. That'll get put aside for a later build, because it'll have a VFD twin skid, which I'll just put in the new build. I'll just do a VFD twin. I've already got a skid for it. This has the inner fenders in the front. Like, this has everything. The painted body. This is all ready to go. So from there, I have these RC 4-wheel drive Air 44 links, or sorry, knuckles. They're aluminum knuckles, so bit of an upgrade there. And then, and again, sintered gears. And then there's the the VFD transmission. No dig, no, this has the 6% overdrive in it. You know, straight get the job done transmission. I love this transmission. The VFD transmission is just, the twin's great, don't get me wrong, but just the plain old VFD is just such a bulletproof transmission. And you know, like I just said, I just love it. So that's what I wanted underneath this truck. Straight axles, VFD transmission. So again, basically a Fordyce, but it's a Phoenix. Sintered gears as well. From there, you get your rear axle. So here you go. One thing I will mention, I don't know if it was just mine or not. I'm not 100%. This kit does not come with the red cap for your axles. It just comes with the plastic one. So take that how you want. If that's a deal breaker for you. I was a little, you know, like, oh man, I gotta put the black one on there. Ugh. But it's okay. It just I'm not worried about it. It's not going to be a deal breaker for me. All of the drive shafts are over here because that's what I'm building next. They're your typical plastic incision drive shafts that, in my opinion, are some of the greatest drive shafts in the market. Obviously, you get your manual. Very helpful manual. Everything's, you know, no problems there. Happy with it. You also get a very cool sticker sheet. So it's got all the brands and everything on there, but most importantly, comp stance man. You get 6 of them. 6 black, or 3 black, 3 white. So depending the color of your body, you can kind of choose what you want there. But it's got all the VRD, Incision, F10, MF, which is MagnaFlow. You know, all the good stickers. I don't know how to explain that. What I like the most, though, is the comp stance stickers. That's props to Vanquish for doing that. That's very cool. There's a random zipper. Okie dokie. Here is all your chassis bits. So this is the stuff that will be sitting back in the bag. Not using any of this right now. But this is what will build a brand new chassis. You obviously get your ladder frame, stamped steel ladder frame. You know, great for trail trucks, even class 1 builds. Been there, done that. I would do it again. Technically, my 4Runner could be classed as a class 1. But yeah, so that's that's what happened there. You do get, like I mentioned, you get you also get the S8 shock, S8 whatever. You get the shocks. I don't need to build those. This has shocks, same shocks. So those are in a drawer because I don't need to build them right now. So I put them away for a different build or parts, you know, whatever. The links that come with this, like I mentioned, they're the smaller diameter, still more than strong enough. I just wanted everything to kind of match with this, so that's why I pulled out spares that I had. But the rear links, obviously for 12.3 wheelbase, I actually have in my Zoku chassis, which is just behind me there. I just lengthened that truck out to be proper 12.3 wheelbase. Yes, the body got cut. As you saw in the last video, you kind of got a glimpse of it. Go more into that truck in another video. Actually, hopefully a run video. But, so yeah, you do not get bumpers from what I noticed. Yeah, no bumpers. This is a builder's kit. So if you remember, Axial did theirs. Like, everyone's kind of had theirs. None of which are as good as this. But this is just, like I said, your RTR spec chassis, builder's kit. But still, very good, very much worth the money. I don't really know how else to put it. It's cheaper to buy that than it is to buy 2 axles and a transmission. And you get a pile of extra parts and a chassis to do for some other build, right? That's kind of the most important thing. And that's kind of what my whole thing was. I have a plan for another build. Well, I have a lot of things I want for the channel right now. And one of those things is very expensive. So, not sure if that's going to be getting got. It's the new BoomRacing truck that came out. But it's like everybody out there, you have other priorities before RC. And it's going to take some time to probably get that one. But I'm going to try and get it because I think it would be really cool to have on the channel and just really cool to have. But as for a Vanquish build, I have to do the extra cab Toyota. I gotta do it. Got a 4Runner, got a Hilux, an old Toyota Mojave. You know, I need to have, I gotta have the 86 extra cab. That is my favorite truck. So I need to have that. So that'll be the next build. Technically we have an FJ sort of thing. Even the buggy's a Yoda, in my opinion. Because, yeah. But, you know, this thing is a great truck. It's painted differently. Obviously, I have the original body, but it definitely, the paint job didn't last. I didn't use very good paint, and it just didn't work out. So I spent the money on good paint, and I actually did the best job I could on this, and just kind of did a blacky purple paint job, and I'm so happy with how it came out. Certain angles you see a little bit more of the black or gunmetal, whatever it is, black or gunmetal, and then at other angles it's just purple. So that was kind of my imagination. My wife helped me mask out all the windows. Just wanted it to look much better, but the back still has the just married, because this is the same back cage. Nothing got changed there. But the custom from Radioactive Scale RC just married, and the custom JK Heart AS on the cooler, and this cooler actually is what delivered our rings. So the rings went in the cooler, and that was kind of the cool thing about that. And then I did run it. After I painted it, I did do a couple run videos with it. But I don't want it to dent it, scratch it, break it. So I'm very careful how I drive it. Then I wanted to do more with it, so things obviously changed. Whatever. But we printed a nice new motor for up here. This is the 2J from Harley Designs. That's again Toyota. But this was printed on my Flash Forge, and it came out super nice compared to what my Elegoo was printing. I love this printer, but there's a lot of the detail there. But yeah, so this is gonna have this will have the VFD. Got to pull this transmission skid out, put the VFD transmission skid in, and then from there I chose these. These are the Incision KMC Roswells. They're machined, anodized black, 1.9 beadlock wheels. So there's the face. There's how it mounts in the rear. So it's got the clamp ring in the rear. It comes with hubs, by the way. That's a major selling feature. So, Vanquish, thank you for doing that, including hubs with these. These are a little cheaper, but for me it was more having that. You can't see anything that I'm doing there. There we go. Having that just classic. There we go. The classic wheel with kind of a classic body. I felt it just really looked proper. It's gonna have small tires, because this is what I have kicking around. But I love these BFG KM3s, and I think it'll just look really good. Just being, they'll tuck up in there, kind of look like a stock truck, and that's kind of what I want for it. I want it to just be a nice looking truck, and so yeah, that's what we're throwing on there. And obviously from there, we will be doing the NSDRC. We're going to be putting the NSDRC 500 RS500B servo on it. As I mentioned in my last video, this is a tank of a servo. The tank is the RS800 V2, but this servo, for the money that you're spending, it takes a beating, and it's taken everything that I've thrown at it. This is my oldest one, and it still works. So the servo's a little special to me. It isn't dying, which means something. So it's going in the wedding truck because it just won't quit. Take that how you want it. Then we'll be putting the monster. I call it the step down, but we're putting the NSDRC monster servo. It's got the step down, which helps clear because the chassis has this big drop down in the front. So normal servo horns tend to hit, and the horn will it'll wobble around. This helps clear that. So anybody with a VS4-10 that's noticing an issue with their servo horn, get this servo horn. So that is the one you want right there. And then obviously from there we'll be putting the I don't know where it is. It's in a drawer somewhere. But I'll drop the FlySky G7P receiver in it because I have one. When I bought the remote, I bought receivers for all my trucks, and including this one. So we have another one, which is good, and yeah. So there's that. Motor. It's going to be a Fusion SE, 1800 Fusion SE. Perfect motor for it. Doesn't need anything crazy. Like I could get a Pro and throw a Pro in the Zoku or the Optic up there, but they don't need it either. The 1800 SE is a great motor. Regardless of what everyone says, it's got more than enough power. If you're trying to run 4S and 5S, fill your boots. 3S, 1800 kV, just fine. It has enough wheel speed to get you out of things. It's perfectly fine. The greatest low end, you know, the Pro literally just has a little more kV and some extra tuning adjustment, but they're both amazing. If you can only afford an SE, just get an SE. You're gonna be just as happy. Don't worry about it. And then it's really back. It's back to normal and back to being fixed, and it's back to a truck again. It's definitely been it's been a process. Planning it, figuring out what parts I'll buy, and then they dropped this chassis kit, and I was like, well, I'll just buy that. And then I was able to, get that, and so, the plan was to finish everything here before I buy another truck or another build or anything else. So that's kind of my, everything gets done, then I'll buy another build. So, but from there, that's it for this new / old build. As always, everybody, like, comment, subscribe. Really means a lot. We're slowly moving up. Everything's doing great. I do try and put a video out every week to every other week. Maybe a little pushed onto the other week. But I get videos out no matter what. Like all of us, we have a life. We have other things that happen, kids and everything else. And sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes I just want to tinker over here. I don't want to film. I just want to tinker, work on things, and kind of just have fun. But I'll always get videos out to you guys, so don't worry about that. And, yeah, but thank you everybody for watching. And don't forget to check out NSDRC. Link is in the description. Go pick yourself up a killer servo. And go check out everybody else. There's a whole list of people, whole list of companies, YouTube channels, all sorts of things. Hobby shops. Go check them all out. They're all amazing people. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace out, everybody.